Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 228. Joining me as always, Daniel Neveroli.
What's up, gamers? It's actually 229.
229. That's what I meant. What I meant to say. I was on a good roll there for a little while.
Yeah, you were. This is the first flub in a while. Yeah.
All right, they got me. Daniel, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm all right.
Cool.
How you doing? Gaming?
Yeah, I'm gaming a little bit. We out here, gaming it up. I'm in a really weird spot where I'm playing like multiple games at the same time, and I never do this. I'm playing like 4 games at once right now, and that's not me. Feels
Are they
weird.
completely different type of games? Because you could juggle that like a multiplayer thing.
I guess the
like
most similar ones are Red Dead and Elden Ring, but even that isn't like super similar.
That's just they're big open world games though.
Yeah. I mean, you ride a horse in both, and the horse button is different in both, and that's been annoying the shit out of me. I think it's up on the D-pad in Red Dead, and then down on the D-pad in Elden Ring.
Well, I think yeah. It's because that's the
at least that's where I have it. Yeah, in Elden Ring. I think you could switch it, but that's where I have it in Elden Ring.
Yeah, maybe you could put it up top.
Yeah, but that's the healing then. So no.
But yeah, that's where you put a lot of magic.
Yeah, I don't want to get. That's my healing is up on the D-pad when you hold triangle, so I don't want to switch that and then get confused and not heal myself. All of a sudden, I'm calling that stupid ass horse in when I'm fighting a boss. Fuck.
Torrent's great.
Torrent is great. Did you see they added you could ride Torrent in the final boss fight?
No, but I've not looked
bastards.
deep into the DLC.
It's I think it came a little bit before the DLC.
Okay,
It was like an update. Yeah. And
but I had one of my one of the people I play D&D with tell me that on Friday that like recently they had added with the Elden Beast fight where you actually do your horse, because like for us melee users we had to run in this stupid water,
dude, running miles for that fucking boss fight all day. It's like, oh, he went all the way across the fucking arena. Great. I'll see you in 5 minutes, bud. Let me run over there with my fucking sword. And now you can just ride
and like
the
magic
horse.
Users, they could just be wherever,
they're loving it. They're just sitting back there throwing fucking beams at them way in the back.
Kamehamehas.
Yeah, I do want to try a magic type thing in one of these games at some point. Yeah, because I play all these Souls games very similarly, where I'm just melee, sword and shield, getting in there, getting dirty. But I would like to try like the different builds at some point.
Yeah, you could try like a dual wielding build. You could try magic.
Yeah.
You do like magic,
I almost never fuck
with
any of that stuff, and that's such a big part of the game that I've never even really experienced.
Yeah, I see a lot of people going like 2 great swords and just like jumping down and slamming constantly.
That's crazy. It sounds fucking nuts to me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine that. Danielle, I thought it'd be fun to go over our fantasy critic. We're halfway through the year now, and we ain't got shit for gaming news, so why not?
Yeah, we're about to be halfway through. Yeah. We had the last 6 months. We need to get you to be able to know how to have presets so you could set things up so we could actually show stories. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I tried to hide our overlay and then bring it up, but I don't want to fuck with it. I don't want to fuck with it. We'll set this up perfectly, so we will work on that. But I will explain in great detail our fantasy critic. So we're now halfway through the year of fantasy critic. Who's all playing this year? So it's your friend Salone, to you, Sims, Sim's significant other Natalie, Chris is in here, and then me. So we got 6 people all together. Who's currently in the lead? Currently in the lead is Salone. Salone was 72. You're right behind him with 71. Sims got 61. Natalie's got 50. I got 36. Chris has 10. Popping 10.
Yeah, he had some bad counter picks.
Way to go, Chris.
He had Skull and Bones.
Well, we can get into all of them.
Sure.
So then, okay, your list is up first. So, like we said, you are currently sitting at 71 points. Your first game then was Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Got you 20 points, 90. Huge.
Huge.
No,
I told you when we did this, I think when we did our update like months and months ago, that was a pick from my heart, I knew it was going to review well, but that was my heart pick. If I would have like, what is the best
good heart pick?
It's a good heart pick,
Yeah,
I probably still should have chose Rebirth. Like in my heart, like I know that Rebirth was going to review a couple points higher. I knew that. I just chose for my heart in Kiryu.
Honestly, I thought you made a good decision when the game actually came out, you know, and it was at 90. I was like, oh, Rebirth's probably gonna be like an 88 or something like that, you know. It's like, oh, that's a good choice. I mean, because that's
87.
That's probably the highest reviewed Yakuza game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
don't think they typically get up this high.
Like 86.
Like they're high, but they're not like that high, right?
I think they're all in the mid 80s, just about.
And then you have Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door, a great pick, 18 points.
Reviewed. Yeah.
And then your first game that's not out yet, but has a release date, Metaphor ReFantasio, coming out soon.
There's no way that review's bad.
Yeah, probably not, huh? Yeah. What are you thinking there? Like exactly, if you had to guess.
Ooh, if I'm gonna make a guess for it, I don't think it's gonna review like. I don't think it's gonna be like Persona level.
Yeah. Do you think it's Persona levels, which is literally like 90 plus?
Early 90s? Yeah. I don't think so. I think I could get like a 90, 91. It's really high end. I think it's gonna be like around 87, 88.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
too. I'm guessing.
Yeah, right around somewhere between 86 and I could maybe the 90s if it's like really really good, you know. Yeah, I could see. I think low. 91 top of the top for that. Yeah, I could see that. And then you had Unicorn Overload, another great pick, 18 points, 88. And then we get into a bunch that haven't come out yet. So you got
some of these don't have dates yet, which I'm scared of.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get into mine. I'm in the same boat with you. So you got the Rise of the Golden Idol, which
that doesn't have a date yet. We haven't even really
didn't get a date, but did get reconfirmed for 2024 recently.
Did it? Okay, yeah, I haven't seen much.
I think people played it at the whole summer palooza thing.
Okay,
yeah. Cool. So should be. What do you think of there? This is like a sequel, right? So the last one's really high.
Yeah, the last one actually came out like 2 years ago, and like. I played like we've been playing a lot of Fantasy Critic here with like the Nerdic gods. I think this is our 4th year. I've played it like a year previously, if you remember, and I was in like multiple leagues for a while there. This year I'm only in the one, but 2 years ago somebody sneak picked that game, and it really like put them into like 3rd place. They were like far behind, and that game got reviewed really well. I think it was like a 88 or something. So I think this is like another mid 80s pick. Especially if they kind of keep that with what that gameplay is and maybe just have some improvements. Maybe it could be a little higher. I don't think it breaks 90, but it probably 85 to 89 is where I would guess for it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm very unfamiliar with this game and the previous one before that. So
it's like a point-and-click detective game, adventure game. Yeah.
Next game you have then Mina the Howler, which is still unspecified date. Sketchy one. Sketchy one.
Sketchy Very sketchy. That's a hard pick. You know, I don't have my posters up. I don't have my Hollow Knight poster or Shovel Knight poster up. Like
I picked it last year. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, still look a little rocky if that's coming out.
I think it's gonna be this year, but
I think so.
We just haven't heard anything.
Yeah. Like there was a trailer actually like last week.
Was there?
Yeah.
A new. Yeah. Okay, I missed it.
They did a thing that company. What's their name?
Yacht Club.
The Yacht Club. Yeah. This is where they also tease that they are possibly making a 3D Shovel Knight game. So I don't know if you saw that. 3D
Shovel Knight game? No.
Yeah, that's what they said. Shovel Knight will be going into a new dimension in his next game, and kind of teased a little 3D thing. So they might be making some sort of 3D Shovel Knight game.
How did I miss all of this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you missed this, but yeah, they did a. I don't know if it was like their own direct type of thing, or if they were on. It would make sense
because they do publish stuff now.
They might have been on that limited run one. I don't know, but yeah, there was another trailer for Mina the Howler, so I think it ended.
Did it say 2024?
I can't remember. So
okay,
yeah, I don't know.
I think on Fantasy Critic's website it says 2024.
That's the thing with all these indies. It's just like indies are so sketchy when they say a year because it's just like. Yeah, you could. Will it though? Yeah, it's like, but you guys could also very easily delay. I feel like it's much easier to delay an indie game than it is a big AAA thing, right? So
yeah, even when games have dates, like it doesn't matter.
yeah. So we'll see. Mina the Howler. I mean, it's gonna be huge points if it comes out for sure.
Yeah.
Your next game then Neva, which this is the Greece guy, right? Greece, whatever we call it. Yeah.
I think it's Greece. Yeah.
Greece. Okay. And this is his next game.
Doesn't have a date.
Doesn't have a date yet, but they get shown off quite a bit last week. I think there was a big trailer at Summer Games Fest, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So Achilles looked great. They actually showed combat and stuff, which I think that was the first trailer that it wasn't there wasn't like just cinematics, because that first teaser, if you remember, I think it was at some Game Awards show. It was just like a big cinematic with the wolf and the girl.
Yeah.
And all that. And then this actually had like gameplay with platforming and like
this one out of the other two we just named, and this one, this is the one I'd probably be most confident you is actually coming out this year.
Even more than Golden Idol?
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's just because I've seen gameplay in a trailer of this one, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably say this is the most likely one you have coming out this year, and that should also be huge points.
I don't remember what Greece did, but it's not getting below an 80, you know?
Right, yeah, definitely.
I'm thinking 82 to 84 is what I would guess. Maybe could be a little higher.
Could be, yeah. I think Greece was a little bit higher than that, no?
Was it? Yeah, I don't remember what it did. I figured that this would
looks beautiful, right? Beautiful art style and stuff.
Gorgeous. Greece was even gorgeous. It kind of has that like watercolory effect to it. Looks good.
Next game you got then is our History Untold, which is the second party Xbox game. Should be coming out this year. I don't think we have a hard date yet, right?
It does. Click on it. Yeah, if you click on the
you
website.
can look. Oh yeah, it does now. September 24th, 2024.
It's September.
So there you go.
Yeah, that's a easy points there.
Yeah,
like there's no way that's bad.
What else did these guys make? This isn't
who is that? Yeah, click on that.
It's confusing because Xbox like owns one of these teams, but they don't that like make these type. They own like the Age of Empires guys, right?
I think this is the one that did the remaster of 2.
Are they? Okay, cool.
I think that's who this is.
Let's go into full details.
Because then there's the team that did Age of Empires 4, which I think is World's Edge or whatever.
Whatever
the name of that team is. I don't know who this is.
Our history. Let's look it up.
Yeah, this could be that same team. Like I know that they have a few strategy developers.
Yeah, that they're like partnered with. It's just so this is Oxide Games.
Yeah, I think this is who did
Oxide Games. No, this is actually only their second game. The last game they made was a game in 2016. No, or at least according to Wikipedia. So
okay.
The last game they made was in 2016 called Ashes of Singularity.
Interesting.
Also published by Microsoft. So they seem to like this team.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see with that one.
Yeah, it looks great, especially for that.
They seem very confident, right? Like they wouldn't have put it on that
They showed a lot of
direct if they weren't confident in the game and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that developer direct at the beginning of the year, they showed a ton of that game.
Yeah. Next game you had then that did come out is Harold Halbert. Only got you 2 points.
Yeah, it didn't review as high as I thought it. Yeah. These next two right here are like I took risks. Harold Halibut looked awesome because of that visual style it's going for, and that.
Did I say Harold Halbert?
I don't know what you said. I knew what you meant. It has that stop motion look. I was like, oh, that looks so
I definitely considered picking this one up too, but I just didn't. I didn't. This was the risk, right? It's like it's either gonna be like a super great game of the year contender, or it's gonna be like a 70 type of thing, right? Yeah. So that was the risk. I totally understand the pickup, but yeah, it ended up not working out.
I took a risk. That wasn't my biggest risk, because at least it got me a couple points.
Your next game, then, probably your best play this year thus far, is Animal Wild. Got you 19 points, 89. That was a great. I
believe in Donkey.
Yeah, that was great.
He said he made the joke. It was clearly a joke, but he made the joke. He's like, I'm only gonna publish good games.
Yeah, thus far he's right. Thus far he's completely right.
He's so right.
You can't help but not trust him now, right?
He's 1 for 1, you know.
He should retire now, go out on top, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that got you a lot of fucking points. That was a great
pickup.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, then it's this next one that was my worst pick.
Right? No, the next one you have not out yet. Shanti Advance Risky Revolution.
Right. Yeah. Which is a port of the Advance game. Right?
Yes. Now I thought this game got delayed last week, but I think because this was at that limited run thing.
Okay.
That limited run direct.
Yeah, they're doing
they put a 2025 on it, yeah, but I think that was for the physical release, and I thought it got delayed, but I guess not.
Click on it, I guess. Is it still? Is it?
It still says 2024. So, I'm assuming that was just for the physical release.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you thinking there?
I mean, most Shantae games are mid 80s, so that's kind of what I'm assuming. I don't really know much about that advanced game. I just know it's hard to get and hard to play. That's why they're porting it. But
this is like a Game Boy game that got canceled back in the day or something like that.
Interesting.
From what I don't know much about it. Something like that, and now they're like finishing it. So I don't know. Yeah, that could be really. I have no idea. That's out of my wheelhouse. I'm not entirely sure of that one.
Yeah.
Your next game then. This is the one you were talking about. Broken Roads got you 64 -6.
Yeah, as a big miss for me there.
That one hurt a little bit.
It looked like it had a lot of promise going into it.
Isn't there like some a couple guys that worked on like some really good IP before this that were on the team or whatever?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. I actually don't even remember who before that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember who this team was, but it was very like top-down CRPG vibes, very Disco Elysium vibes, and I was like, I think this could just get me some points, be a little hidden gem. It just didn't review as hot as I thought it would be,
Drop Bear Bites is the developer name.
Drop Bear Bites, yeah.
I never heard of them.
Yeah.
And then your next game was okay, so you got 2 left that haven't come out yet. Your next game was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Pick it up there.
Yeah, I think
confident in that one. I'm always so sketchy with multiplayer games. I'm like, I don't know.
No, this is not multiplayer. This is RPG.
This isn't This is an RPG, really?
Yeah, I thought this you're thinking of Chivalry.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
You're thinking of Chivalry.
This isn't that.
I'm a big Chivalry guy.
Yeah,
those games don't review hot. I would not pick up Chivalry. But
so what is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? I mean, it is like a first-person melee thing, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the really like.
No idea this was an RPG.
It has like some simulation elements, some kind of like very like you have to like how the combat works. It's very unique and different. Like, I think the first one didn't review like super hot. It reviewed really good. It was like 8s. I think this is going to review better. I think that they're going to just improve everything from the original.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll see how that one. Does that one have a hard date?
Yeah, I think it does.
It says 2024 on here. Maybe it does, but they just didn't update their site or whatever.
It might not have a hard date. They did say this year.
The last game you currently have, then you have 1 spot available left. Then the last game you currently have is Life is Strange Double Exposure. You bit the bullet on Life is Strange, huh?
I did. I mean, this game's not going to review bad. Like, I think it'll at least get me an 8 out of 10 points. Like
yeah. I think you're at least probably looking at that. Yeah, maybe high 70s at the lowest.
I think mid to low 80s. I think like 84 at the highest, probably.
It's hard to, I'm thinking like what is True Colors at?
That's a good question. I don't really know what any of those games actually review.
I know 1 and 2 are not very high, but I think True Colors is higher. So True Colors is at an 81. So yeah, I think you're probably looking at it right around that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless they hide Nazi signs in the background, right? You're gonna get the points.
No,
that scene. Yeah, I think it should be. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be higher in True Colors. I just don't know. I think it's gonna depend a lot on the powers and how that works, and obviously the story and all that. But like, it sounds really good, right? Like the whole going back and forth between different timelines, if they can nail like that like Titanfall 2 level type of thing where you could just seamlessly go back and forth into different worlds, that'd be really cool. So I don't know. Yeah, it could be higher. I don't know. It's really obviously it's just going to depend on the writing and the story and all that.
Yeah, I think having Max back like could be a big deal, right?
Yeah, I wonder if that helps or hurts.
Yeah, it is a different team writing Max.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we'll see.
But this team has written Chloe. So
good point. Yeah. Before the Storm was good too, right?
Yeah, I love Before the Storm.
Yeah. I mean, this is the premier Life is Strange team at this point, right? It's like, I mean, Donut hasn't made one since 2, and these guys once this one comes out, these guys have made more Life is Strange games than Donut, so
that's wild.
Which is interesting. Yeah. It's just very interesting. I wonder if we'll ever get a proper Life is Strange 3 from Donut.
I would say there's the likelihood is probably not, but
yeah, I wonder what's going on there. Like, I wonder if Square and Donut aren't getting along too well anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. They do make a lot of games though. That's like the thing.
Donut been pumping them out. Yeah.
They make a lot of video games and they publish a lot of things. So they're really big and they're moving a lot. Like they're the biggest thing I think in France at this point. The biggest French team.
Probably, yeah.
at least one of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see if Don't Nod ever does Life is Strange. I'm not holding my breath, especially with how True Colors reviewed.
Yeah,
people like True Colors a lot.
And then you still have your two counter picks, which are Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 and Silent Hill 2. I think both have dates now.
Yeah, they both have dates.
So Warhammer is September 9th, and then what was Silent Hill? October 8th.
Yeah, see, the Warhammer one, Mike, is probably going to give me negative points. My counter pick was based off of counter picks were tough this year. I'll say
tough. Yeah.
I counter picked that based on the fact I was thinking it wasn't going to come out this year.
Okay.
And I mean,
it's been getting good previews.
Pretty late. Yeah, I think it's probably going to get low 80s, is what I would guess.
Low 80s, yeah. But, yeah, you'd probably get like minus 10, 11.
That's something. What I'm guessing. Yeah. I hope it doesn't hurt me too bad, but that's definitely going to give me some negative points.
Silent Hill, you might get points on Silent Hill.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be that bad, but it could be. It could be. I could see it coming out and being like low 60s, high 60s, something like that. I wouldn't be shocked.
Maybe. I don't know.
The gameplay looks fucking awful. It really does. Like, I don't know if it's gonna play better when you actually get your hands on it, but like from what we've seen of the game, the combat looks rough. Combat looks rough. Now it is a beloved remake of a beloved game, right?
Like the story, though.
Yeah, so
and the atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah, so like if they can nail those aspects, maybe you get a couple minus points. But yeah, that was a good counter pick.
I think so.
Probably.
And I was also under the assumption that it wasn't going to come out this year.
Oh, okay.
That's also like, yeah.
Okay, we can go over the other ones a bit quicker then. Now, next person is Sloan, who's playing a sneakily good game this year. Sneakily good.
He is.
Yeah, his first game was Rebirth. Got him 25 points. Got a 93.
Is that the highest reviewed game this year so far?
Still is, yeah. In terms of new releases and stuff like that, I know the Elden Ring DLC reviewed higher, and then probably some other DLCs and shit like that. But yeah, in terms of like big new releases, Rebirth still the highest game.
I think Balatro might be up there too.
Yeah, Balatro, I think.
But nobody picked it up. It was just a sneak. You had to know.
That just came out out of nowhere, right? His next game then, Hollow Knight Silksong, which shockingly is looking like you got to start questioning if it's coming out this year. Yeah, again, it's probably the third year in a row one of us has picked Hollow Knight. Yeah,
then Sloan had it, and then wait. Maybe I had it twice, and then Sloan had it this year.
It's crazy.
Or something like that.
It's crazy. Somehow we're in a position again where Hollow Knight might not come out this year, but I think it's probably still coming out this year. It's better that ESRB rating, right? It's just so weird.
Yeah. It's on the Xbox store.
So we'll see. Then he had Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake. He got 6 points on that. Not the highest, but points on the board, right? Then he had Homeworld 3. Got 8 points on that. Again, not the highest, but points on the board. Next, he has Visions of Mana, which I think got a hard date now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, August 29th.
August
29th. So we'll see how that one reviews. Hopefully low, because I have that counter pick.
Ooh.
Then he had 9 Souls, which got him 16 points.
Yeah, 86. That was a gem.
Great pickup. Then he has Rift of the Necromancer. Necrodancer, excuse me. Oh, no.
Yeah, that game looks cool.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, is that like the rhythm game, or is this the musical game?
So. I think it's the same team.
Same team?
That did Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Okay. Then he has Metal Slug Tactics, which does that have a hard date?
I don't think it has a hard date. I don't
think. Estimated for fall. So
yeah,
we'll see if that ends up coming out. Then he has Dragon Age the Veilguard now.
Mm-hmm.
Good pickup. He picked that up very early.
Me and him talked about the game. I didn't know he was going to pick it up.
Yeah.
Me and him talked about it a while ago.
He was trying to get one over on you. He's like, "What do you think? It's coming out this year?"
we talk a little bit about it.
Yeah. What do you think this one's going to review at?
Oh, that's tough. I would want to know what Inquisition did. And then, oh man, I'm gonna guess an 82. So I think he's gonna get decent points for it. I think somebody has Dragon Age counterpicked, right? Or no, wait, that's a pickup. Oh, that's a pickup. Never mind. Yeah, no.
Dragon Age Inquisition is at an 88.
Yeah. Well, it got Game of the Year that year from a couple outlets.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I don't know. People have been very impressed by this game, the gameplay. I'm not seeing it personally.
It's been mixed. There are people that's not.
Is it mixed? Okay, cool. Because all I've heard is like people glowing about it, and like every time I see it, I'm like, I don't know, man. That doesn't look great to me.
I think the big thing for me was that first trailer wasn't great. The gameplay, the little bit of the gameplay that I watched looked much better and looked fun. So, like, I don't know what to think about the game yet.
I like the art style and the art direction. All the purples and shit look kind of cool, but I don't know. The combat does not. Granted, I've never been a Dragon Age guy, but yeah, I don't know. When I see like actual combat, I'm like, I don't know about that. That doesn't look.
I was not crazy about the art direction.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the big thing that threw me off.
What are you planning on checking this game out this year? Maybe.
I don't know if it reviews well. Like, I would like a good, like, classic BioWare RPG. I just don't know if this is going to be. I've
just never been a Dragon Age guy. I totally want a good BioWare game too, but yeah, I just don't know. This probably
we're going to get the main BioWare team making, or like maybe not the main, but the other BioWare team making Mass Effect soon.
Yeah,
the next couple of years.
Yeah, you got to figure they're going to get this one out the door, and then it's probably all hands on deck for.
I would assume so. Yeah,
you would hope at least, right? Next game he had then was Tales of Gonzara, which got him 6 points.
Yeah, I thought that was a good pickup. I thought that would get him a little bit more, but it's still decent points.
Then he's got what is this? Poe, Path of the Teal Lotus.
Yeah, it's another like
or Bo
weird indie game.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually don't know what this is.
You might have seen it before, like one of these like showcases.
Comes out July 18th, so
yeah,
pretty soon. And then the last pickup he had was Braid Anniversary Edition. Got him 19 points. And he's a little fuck for that one. He's a little fuck for that one. I hate it. Little bastard.
I thought about getting it, and then you tried to get it, and you then.
That's the most frustrating one for me this year.
Sim stole a bunch this past week.
Yeah, I mean, he could have those. It always happens with the fucking Nintendo ones, because I'm like, everyone picks everything up by the time the Nintendo Direct rolls around, and then Nintendo just announces shit for fall, and you're like, oh, okay, great, thanks, Nintendo. Yeah, that Braid one, that hurts, though. That hurts. I forget what he bet on it. I think he bet like 20, and I thought no one else noticed that game was actually up for pickup. So
I saw. Yeah.
I think I bet like fucking 5, and I just hope no one else saw it, and then he bet 20, little bastard. Knew that was gonna be high. He still has one counter pick, so he counterpicked Penny's Big Breakaway, which is one of my picks, only -7, so that was a good counter pick. And then he has Star Wars Outlaws, which could be very high. I don't know.
I told him that was risky. He said he feels it, that it's not gonna be good. I'm like,
really?
I don't know.
Really? I think it's gonna. I think if I had to guess, I'm gonna say 84 for hard bet.
I'll say 82.
Guess. Yeah. Yeah, right around there, though. So I think he's definitely getting minus points on that. And then we'll see. We'll see with Salome, because he's going to have to make some strong pickups for...
He knows, yeah. I was talking to him yesterday.
Yeah, these last 3. He's and I think he probably still has his drop left, too. So we'll see. We'll see what he ends up doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a free drop for Prime.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a couple of those already, huh?
Because you had that was the only one I free dropped.
I thought you had Earthblade. That from the last guys. Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I got delayed out of the year. Next was Natalie, who doesn't participate too much, but she had some good pickups.
Yeah, she just needs to make her team bigger and like actually get games. She could.
Yeah, she could have. I mean, her biggest thing was her counter pick, and she counterpicked Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. She got 10 points from that, which is fucking great. It's fucking great. It's exactly what you want. But she had Dragon's Dogma 2, which got her 17. She had Hellblade 2, which got her 11. Rise of Ronin, which got her 7. And she has Frostpunk 2, which should be pretty highly reviewed.
I think that's a high
yeah. Then she has Silent Hill 2 Remake, which we were just talking about, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And she had Aiden Chronicle 100 Heroes, which got her 5 points. And then she has Slitterhead, which she picked up. Way to go. Go for Slitterhead, Natalie. Yeah. I like it. And then her other counter pick is Avowed. So we'll see how that ends up.
That could be negative for her, yeah.
I think certainly it'll be negative something. Yeah, how high, I don't know.
I think it's gonna be in the 80s. I don't see it not being. It's
my pick. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say between 82 and 86, around that range.
Yeah.
Around there.
I mean, it could go even higher. Yeah, I just don't remember what Outer Worlds did.
I think Outer Worlds is like 85-ish, so 84. Okay. Yeah. Next is Chris then, who plays fast and hard. Chris.
He plays fast and
hard. Yeah.
he is unhinged.
His first pick that was Prince of Persia: Lost Crown. Great pickup. He got 17 points on that one. And he had Princess Peach Showtime. Only got him 5 points. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink got him 11 points. Good pickup. Then he has Black Myth Wukong, which is looking pretty good. I saw gameplay of that, and I was like, oh, this looks actually fucking decent. Yeah, so we'll see. I gotta imagine
it'll
that's gonna
get him some points.
Yeah, certainly some points. Then he has World of Goo 2, which does this have a hard date? August 2nd. I
think it does, yeah.
August 2nd. So coming up pretty soon here. Then he has Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. We were just talking about. Then he has unannounced new Forza Horizon game, which I counterpicked. You ain't getting that one. You ain't getting that one, bud. As soon as that Xbox conference was over, I was like, thank fucking God. Then Replaced he has, which didn't have the most glowing previews from what I saw.
I've only seen positive previews. But
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I know people like the art style. They were saying the gameplay wasn't that great.
It's a risk. It's definitely a risk. It looks good, but
this is another one where like one of us has picked this for the last like multiple years in a row now.
It was at SGF, so I think it's supposed to come out this year. I'd guess by the end of the year.
Yeah, I think it'll hit this year. Then he has another code Recollection. Only got him 5 points. Then he picked Skull and Bones. he had to pick that one up too. He thought that was a good idea at some point.
Money to pick that one up. Yeah.
Got him minus 10 points, 59.
Yeah, it did.
Oof. Then he picked this one way earlier, and this is his smartest pickup. He picked up Astrobot, which like before even the rumors started, and I thought that was stupid.
There were light rumors, but
there's been rumors, right? But like I thought it was stupid at the time when he picked that. I was like, oh, that's not fucking happening. But granted, it's coming, and it's coming out this year, and that's gonna get him some points if I had to guess.
Yeah, well.
Then he has Lego Horizon Adventures. I'd imagine get some something, but not high. I don't know exactly where. 7 something. Yeah, I'd say like 77 if I had to put a hard bet on it. Right around there. Then he has this Capcom game, which I can't pronounce. Genitsu?
Yeah, Kinitsu.
Gami?
Yeah,
Path of the Goddess? Path of the Goddess, yeah. Which comes out imminently, right? July 18th. Yeah. So pretty soon.
I think that game's going to get him, I think it's like an 8. It's going to get him some points.
It's a multiplayer one, right?
No.
Okay.
That's how like weird
on all of these.
Yeah, it's that weird tower defense action game that was at the Xbox conferences.
Okay. I remember like the art style. I guess I don't remember what the hell you're doing in it.
Yeah, it's like an action character action game, but then you like there's the goddess that you're trying to follow, kind of like a tower defense.
Yeah.
Almost. Very weird game.
Then he has Age of Mythology Retold.
I wanted that game.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a remake coming out September 4th, so that's got a hard date too.
Yeah.
And then he went for it on Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, which I can't get a good read on. It looks good, but it's like I don't know, man. With all the trouble that team's had, it's gonna be a weird one.
I think it's gonna get him some points. I don't think a ton. Maybe like an 81. That's what I would guess.
And then both his counter picks came out. He had the Aiden Chronicle game, which only got him -5, so that was a good counter pick. And then he picked Stellar Blade, got him -12.
Yeah, bad counter pick. That was a bad counter pick.
Yeah, not the best one. He probably didn't think it was coming out this year. If you remember, like going into this year, Stellar Blade was not like imminent at that moment, you know. Okay, then we moved to Sims, who's playing a pretty good game this year, honestly.
He had Sims, one really bad.
He did. We'll get there. He's got a couple of really bad ones, but he's trying. His first pick was
definitely putting up more effort
for sure. His first pick was Tekken 8. He got 20 points on that. Great first pick. Then he had Persona 3 Reload, 18 points. Another great pick. And then he picked Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Got him -10.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. It didn't he was doing so well.
We were making jokes about it too before, and then he picks it. It's like, why did you pick that? You know?
Especially look at the rest of his team. He's doing well.
Yeah,
it's like,
for sure. Because he has
his only blunder.
He has Star Wars Outlaws next, which we were just saying probably gonna net him a good amount of points there. Then he picked up Helldivers 2, which ended up being pretty good, right? 13 points, like that's not bad. I would have guessed way lower for that game. Then he had the Brothers Tale 2 Sons remake, which got 11 points.
I thought it'd be higher. I was gonna get that, but then I thought about it.
I booted this game up. The art style's awful in the remake. Awful.
Yeah,
they took away like all the pop, all the color and shit from in the remake. It looks awful, I thought. Then he picked Open Roads, got him 0 points, just out of 70. Then he picks Baby Steps, which that's a interesting pickup right there.
Yeah, I forget who this developer is, but
this wacky climbing game. I don't
is this
get
the
it.
Getting Up guy?
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think this is gonna be a fun game. I just don't know about reviews,
Yeah, I don't know about that either. It looks like a game that's like meant for people to stream. It's like one of those, so, like kids can laugh at you.
Yeah,
Just,
that's what that's what Getting Up was. It's
yeah.
basically like kids can watch it.
Then he picked up another Crab's Treasure, got him 8 points. Not a bad pickup. Then he had Master, got him 6 points. Top Spin 2K25. I don't know why you would pick that up. He did.
Got him some points, didn't it?
It got 5. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Could have been better.
This is Sim's problem. Is he needed better ones there. It's like I don't even like it when one of mine hits in the 70s. Not really. It's like I need higher.
Yeah.
And then he picked up all the Nintendo shit because he just had the money. So he got Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Could be very high. I don't know how high, but I wouldn't be shocked to see it. I wouldn't be shocked to see it in the 90s. Honestly, it's Nintendo New Zelda game. They tend to review very highly, so I wouldn't be shocked to see that. I wouldn't be shocked to see this game at the Keeleys and the Game of the Year thing.
I
wouldn't be shocked at any of that. Then he got the Mario and Luigi Brothership. I don't know about that one.
I mean, that's going to be in the low 80s probably.
Yeah,
81,
yeah.
82.
I could see high 70s. I don't know. I could see that ended up at the same place that the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake did, which was only like 6 points, but it could be a bit higher than that. Then he had Super Mario Party Jamboree. Which I don't know. Do those games tend to review well?
No, it's probably gonna be like a 79.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he picked up Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which people seem to be really loving, right?
I think because Treyarch actually has an extra year. Yeah. Like game has been 4 years we talked about this when the previews or whatever. Like this game has been 4 years in the making. I think it's going to be one of the higher reviewed ones in a while, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see it being in the 80s. So we'll see how high it gets up in there. But yeah. I think it'll be up there. So I don't know. He's gonna games. I bet. The Zelda one's gotta hurt. I know me and you tried for Zelda. That was more.
And I tried for Mario and Luigi.
Did you? Yeah, I tried for Zelda just in case. So I was like, I don't know if Sims forgets.
He did not.
Yeah, he did not. And then he still got his counter pick in Black Myth Wukong, and then Homeworld 3 was his other counter pick, which got a minus.
Yeah, it could hurt him.
It could end up hurting him a little bit. Sims is gonna need a miracle here.
To get over the Suicide Squad.
yeah, he's gonna need a miracle. Like he's gonna need Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom to be like a fucking 98 type of thing.
You doubt it.
And then the last one is me. So many of my games have not come out yet.
Yeah.
So what happened? I dropped 3D Mario finally. I gave up.
I
finally gave up hope. I was hoping Nintendo would just announce it, and be like, "Oh, there is a 3D Mario, but it's next year." That way, I could just drop it for free. But whatever. So I ended up dropping that. So now my first pick is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Gonna get me some points certainly. I don't know how high, but if I had to guess, I don't know. Last one's at like 90, 92 or something like that. So I would hope the same.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I would hope the same. Then I have the Plucky Squire, which is becoming like, is it coming out this year? Is it coming out this year? I don't know. They did just have hands-on previews that just came out, so that gives me a little bit of hope. I think it's gonna be pretty high if it does actually come out. I don't know how high. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say probably 84. If I had to guess, right around there.
Yeah,
give me like 14 points. Yeah, I could see 16 even, probably in the high end. Then I have Avowed, which it's got to be coming out this year.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
I don't think that's getting delayed, no.
Yeah, I don't either. So I think at this point it's probably coming out this year. It probably is that leaked November date. If you remember seeing that, there was a November 12th date that got leaked on their website. So I don't know what's going on there exactly, but
I think it was Wario found it, right? Wario 64 on Twitter.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Microsoft is holding their release dates, and maybe they're just holding it for like Gamescom or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. What strategy is there?
They're supposed to have a pretty big Gamescom, so
yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe you put a hard date on it then, and I would expect that November date to be real. And then I don't know how much it's gonna sell. I'm gonna guess 84, but I could see it going higher. I could see 86, 87, 88, right around there. It's Obsidian, so great team.
It depends on that combat. Maybe that writing's really good, there's a lot there that could bump it up.
Yeah. I was saying before on when Andrew and Sims were here that this game hasn't had like the best showing as of yet. I think it's just a hard game to show off.
I think so. I mean, yeah. I don't really think like Outer Worlds had a great showing. They had a couple fun trailers.
I mean, because it's just hard to like you see a snippet of gameplay of that, you're like that looks fine, but I've seen better looking first person melee, first person shooters type of thing, right? But
it's about the RPG.
Yeah, exactly. It's about the choice and consequence and all that, right? And you can't really show that. Yeah, exactly. You would need to like watch multiple hours to really show what this game is and why it's good, right?
I did see that this game is going to be around the same length as Outer Worlds, is what I think I saw that last week or something, or maybe this week. So like that's actually really encouraging.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they would lean more into, because I saw she was asked about the Skyrim comparisons, the director of the game, I forget her name, and she was like trying to push away from that a little bit. I would lean into that if I'm them. Like, hey guys, this is just for marketing's sake. Like, hey guys,
Elder Scrolls is years away.
Yeah, hey guys, Elder Scrolls 6 is still not coming out for another 5 fucking years. This can hold you over until that, you know? This is the Fallout New Vegas team making essentially an Elder Scrolls game, you know? I know it's not, but you know, essentially it is. So like that could hold you over until then. I would lean the fuck into that.
You really think it's that you think Elder Scrolls is 2029?
I think it's 5 years from when Starfield released. So what is that? 28? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Interesting.
I do. Yeah. I mean, with how big those games are.
I this is naive, and I just don't. It's probably not going to end up being true. I just think that game's further along than anyone thinks it is. Especially listening to Todd talk about how split Bethesda is as a development team. He's like, there was like 100 people still working on that game.
Yeah.
Even with Starfield being worked on. It's like, man, that's a lot of people to be working on a game that's
for sure. Long. I mean, they're a massive team with multiple studios under them, right? So it's like, of course they were working on it in the background, but it's like, obviously the main Bethesda team was on Starfield that whole time. You know,
very true. That's why I said it might be naive of me.
So it's just like, and the game's so big, and there's so much riding on Elder Scrolls 6, right? There's a lot riding on that game, and besides every Call of Duty every year, that will be Xbox's biggest game to come out in the next decade. You know, so there's just so much riding on it. I don't know. If I was Xbox, I'd be trying to time that with the new console release. You know,
well, they're saying 2026, so
yeah. So I don't think that's possible at this point, but that's exactly what I'd be. If they were 2028, like PlayStation, and they were doing that head-to-head thing, yeah, that's exactly.
2026 would be 3 years of development. Yeah, like full development. I don't know.
And that'd be great because that would be 360 era because the game studios, right? And when
Can we get back to that, please?
Yeah, could we please get back to that? That'd be lovely. But yeah, I don't know. Especially with the Starfield expansions and how much of the team is probably on those too. I don't know. I would hope earlier, but the earliest I would guess is 2027. That would be my earliest guess. Well, we'll see. And then we had 2 games of mine that actually did come out. So I had Penny's Big Breakaway, which only got me 7 points. I was hoping for higher, but good enough. Then I had Stellar Blade, got me 12 points. That was pretty much exactly what I was expecting.
Me too.
Then I have Deca Police, which does not have a date yet, but I know Level 5 has their summer showcase pretty soon here, sometime in July. So I'm expecting a date on that one.
Expect to get a date.
Yeah, I'm expecting to get a date on that one. And these are the Ni no Kuni guys, and those games reviewed fairly well. So that's my only reasoning for even picking that up. Then I had Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I picked up way earlier. I picked up when it was still called Red. Looking good. I mean, the game looks good. So I don't know. And these games typically review in the mid 80s. So
I think expecting right around there. 82 probably.
Yeah. What do you think of Assassin's Creed Shadows? You like the look of it?
I do. I need to wait, like maybe see some more when it comes out. Maybe look at reviews and its open critic score and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's probably not like a day one thing. Like,
yeah.
Especially with a limited time I've had to game. Have a big open world like that. Like I'm already wanting to play Outlaws.
Yeah.
Avowed. So that's like 2 open world games right there that I want to play. So I don't know if there's gonna be time for that.
No, yeah, that's my problem too. Is like Dragon Age and Assassin's Creed Shadows both look very tempting to me, but like they both are coming out probably right around Metaphor Refantasia and Avowed.
Oh, and Metaphor, yeah.
And Avowed, and it's like all 4 of those games are probably coming out right around each other, and it's like, well, I'm gonna pick Metaphor and Avowed over Assassin's Creed and Dragon Age more than likely, you know. So I don't know. That's probably the route I'll go. But it does look cool. I really like the art style when like she got a kill in Assassin's Creed, and like it goes like black and white. I don't know if you saw that. It's like a little.
I haven't seen a ton of
there. Yeah, cool. It looks really cool. It's a cool art style. Then where am I? Then I had Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Got me 17 points.
Good pickup, yeah.
Yeah, great pickup. Great pickup. I've been wanting that one for years.
I know you had that. Yeah, you had that last year. I remember that one.
Paid off. God damn it. Then I have Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. I forget what they're calling this. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think this is coming out this year, and I was really hoping they would put a date on it in 2025, or at least say 2025.
I thought Xbox was going to get a date at their conference, but it ended up not getting one.
There was a leaked date of November on the GameStop website. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but they very quickly changed that and took that down. So I don't know.
I think that leaked date was not on. It was like on a Sunday or something.
Something like that.
I don't think that wasn't real, but they said 2024, I think, right? So like I think there's a change.
I don't think they said anything in the most recent
They
trailers.
didn't? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know there. I guess there's a chance. I just hope they put a say 2025 if it's coming out. That way I can drop it, you know. But I think it'll be pretty high if it does. I mean, it looks good. So
yeah, it looks good. I don't know if it looks great.
Yeah,
for me personally.
Yeah, me neither. But again, I'm not a Metal Gear guy either. So
3 is my favorite too.
Is it? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Then I have Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which we'll see again.
Early pickup from you.
Yeah, very dicey one if it's actually coming out this year. I think
I think it will.
I think I could see them delaying Avowed or Indie still, but I kind of think both are coming out this year. Yeah, I think that. I mean, Tom Warren is reporting that Avowed is November and Indie's December, and I think they're gonna go with that. If I had to guess, I think they want that big rush after getting everyone on Game Pass for Call of Duty and then keeping them there, you know.
Keep like a new game.
Yeah, you know? yeah. Like, oh, okay, hey, you can get COD in October, and then next month is Avowed, and then the month after that is Indie. You know, that's a really good lineup right there to keep people on Game Pass. So
I think so. Yeah, they're gonna need like a decent.
Yeah.
Whether it's third party or the first party, they're gonna need to like keep these people going, like they've wanted to.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to like have a decent game launching or like a couple small ones launching that keep people enticed.
What are you thinking for a review score on that one?
As much as I love Wolfenstein, I don't know what the Wolfenstein games reviewed. You know, like Wolfenstein
2 is at an 88.
Okay, that's a little higher than I thought it was going to be. Actually, I don't think it's going to be as high as Wolfenstein 2. So, maybe 84.
Yeah, I'd probably guess right around there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be as high as that, but
New Order was like 81 or 80 or something.
Yeah, New Order was higher or lower.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I would probably guess high 80s if I had to guess. I mean, that's such a great team, and then the IP to back it up. Yeah. So I don't know. It's one of my most anticipated for the rest of the year for sure.
I have faith.
I'd probably say Indie, Life is Strange, and maybe Star Wars too. Indie, Life is Strange, probably Astrobot, probably my top 3 most anticipated for the rest of the year.
Astrobot's got to be up there just for having a good platformer.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's up there for number 1. I don't know what would be number 1 anticipated.
Outlaws. Outlaws. I'm really looking forward to.
Outlaws is probably
gonna be a great fucking week because Outlaws comes out and then the week after is Astrobot.
That's too much.
That is a lot on top of each other.
Too much.
It's gonna be a great time though. The last few games I have then are The Alters, which does not have a hard date yet.
That's a risky one.
Is it? I think this game looks fucking awesome. Listen, this is one where I'm just like, this game looks fucking awesome. I have no reasoning to pick it up other than like I think it looks good. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes you do need a heart pick. I don't know. I'm hoping it pays off. I have no idea what it's gonna review. Dude, it looks fucking dope. I can't wait for this game. I hope it's soon. I hope it's like beginning of August. They haven't put a hard date on it yet, but it's the IGN first of the month, so I've been seeing a bunch of shit for it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Then I got SteamWorld Heist 2, which I just picked up because the last one's extremely high. Not extremely, but I think it's at like an 88. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm going for that.
Yeah, all the SteamWorld games review pretty well.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that'll get me some points there. Then I got Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake, which just got a hard date last week. This is my best play of the year this far, I think.
Yeah, I think
I got it for $1.
I think even at its lowest, it'll review pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I think
low 80s at the lowest.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. Just that art style. People love that shit. Then I picked up Wanderstop, which is
Oh yeah.
Another more of a heart pick. I just saw the trailer and I was like, that looks fucking dope.
Does that have a date?
It does not. They did say 2024, so I don't know. Okay. But another reasoning is it's by the guy that made the Stanley Parable. So
yeah,
I'm like, okay.
So there's gotta be a
mixture
twist
of him. Yeah. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, it was in what I forget what it was the Keeley's thing, right?
Yeah. It sold me at the end when she was like dealing with trauma of her past. And I was like, oh, okay.
Like she wants to be
cool.
A fighter or
whatever. Yeah. She's like struggling with herself inside, and I'm like, oh.
What's the twist in this game? There's gonna be a twist.
Yeah, there's gonna be like some dark twist here, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm into that. And
plus that trailer is not
simulator. I'm like, oh, yeah,
there's no way it's not what it is.
Let's go.
There's no way. There's something else in that game.
So I don't know, a risky pick for sure, but I'm hoping it gets me some points. Then I still have my 2 counter picks, which were the Forza game, Forza Horizon, which isn't coming out, and then Visions of Mana. So we'll see what that ends up netting me.
Good counter pick with the Forza.
Yeah, good counter pick with Forza. I don't know about Mana. I would guess like -11 if I had to guess, something like that. 81.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, right around there.
Could hurt a bit.
So we'll see. I think it's very hard to tell who's gonna win this year thus far. We just need dates on the rest of these things. I think you got it locked up certainly if all of yours hit. You know, like they all actually get, like if you get Rise of Golden Idol, Mina the Howler, and Neva all coming out this year, I think you probably got it locked up.
You think so?
Yeah. If the 3 of those hit and they come out to what we expect them to be, which is very high, you probably got it locked up then. But we'll see.
I still got one more game, one more slot to pick.
I think right now it's a race between me, you, and Salone.
Yeah.
And Salone's just got to make some good pickups with his last 3 slots. And hope that Outlaws doesn't do that high. And I need dates. So we'll see. See how this year plays out. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Got like 6 months left, so we will see. It always gets fun in like the last 2 months when all of the shit actually gets delayed.
You start
actually
push to 2025. Games up so
Hell yeah, I will. I wish we did more. I wish we had like the trades and all that bullshit. Like I want to do like some Game of Thrones shit and make deals, make backroom deals and politicals, and like all of a sudden Daniel's house gets lit on fire and you're like, what? What's going on here?
I mean, last year you stole the win from me, so I'm gonna win.
I did. Yeah.
We'll see. Literally stole the win from me. We were both went after one game.
I win a 3rd year in a row. I'm gonna be bragging. So I mean, get ready for that.
I want my crown back. I had it the first year.
You did. So yeah, we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. Man, that took up a lot of time. All right. Well, luckily we have shit for news this week, so we'll move on to the little bit of news we do have. Danielle, it's been another busy week in the world of video games.
Not news.
Not at all. Not at all, though. We could run through all these pretty quickly. First up, then, Capcom has announced Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered for later this year. This is the 2nd remaster of the 2006 game, and while it is just a remaster, the visuals do look pretty impressive. That's my opinion. I thought that looked pretty good.
I don't really think it needs one. Just kind of needs to be playable because I think that original one still looks great. And if you have it on Xbox, it's backwards compatible on Xbox, so you could just play that 360 and have like the Xbox up-res it, and I think it probably has a higher frame rate.
This was the first game I ever played on a 360. I remember
it's early, yeah.
Yeah. I remember my friend had a 360 in like 2006. I didn't get mine until right before Halo 3. Yeah, I remember going over to his house and just like playing it and being like, holy shit, this looks amazing, awesome you know? Yeah, like the graphics were incredible when you first booted this game.
Roam around an entire mall.
Yeah.
Mowing people down.
Yeah, if you remember that Dawn of the Dead remake came out, maybe like a year or 2 before this.
Yeah, the Zack Snyder
one, yeah. So I definitely remember that and being like, oh, it's like that, you know? So yeah, the soft spot in my heart for this game, but Not my favorite game, if I'm being honest. You know, I hate the time limit thing.
It's controversial.
Yeah, that mechanic really annoyed me. I wish there was a
mode where you could take it off and just go roam.
Yeah.
Like a free roam mode. That would be fun.
Yeah, I wonder if Capcom will ever delve back into this series and make a new one again. It's been a while, right? There was a proper Dead Rising 4. That was like 2016, I want to say.
4 was 2016?
Yeah, wow. It might have been that long ago at this point, yeah.
I thought it would be a little newer than that. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I guess 5. I don't know when they'd make 5. I don't know what team made 4, or is it like the same team that made all these games?
Yeah, Capcom's a little confusing. much like all the Japanese teams, it is very hard to tell with
who makes
Capcom.
what.
Yeah, who makes what, Square, Capcom, and Nintendo are all just like, yeah, it's just us, so don't worry about it. Yeah, December 6th, 2016 was for, so yeah, been a while.
Man, so long.
Been a long time. Yeah, this is I wonder if they would bring it back. I mean, Capcom's on such a roll lately that I don't know. Can they make like an outstanding 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 Dead Rising game? They've never been like that highly critical, at least.
It's just a beloved series.
Yeah, but it's like when Capcom really only puts out those as of late. I know that other game we were just talking about is going to come out, and that's probably not going to be that high.
Exoprimal was fun.
Yeah. I guess they do kind of have a few offshoots like that, but you look at like Resident Evil. Every new Resident Evil game is like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Monster Hunter is going to be that. Street Fighter was that. So it's like,
don't forget Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry, yeah. Like Dragon's Dogma, right? They just came out with that, and that is certainly like a Game of the Year contender now. So I don't know if they're gonna have interest in making a new Dead Rising.
Yeah, my two questions
or if they can make it that level.
Dead Rising and Mega Man. Like, you gotta have the Blue Bomber back. And like, what can they do with this new? Yeah, when was 12? 12 was like 2019, maybe. Yeah, or 2018, 2019. So it was definitely in the era of like Capcom's renaissance, but it was still pretty early. So yeah, like this last Dead Rising was not in the renaissance of Capcom. So I'd be curious what their new, if they have like a new eye for that series, what it could be.
Yeah. Next up then, according to multiple leakers, Sega is remaking the original Jet Set Radio, in addition to also making a free-to-play Jet Set Radio game. It still remains unclear which of these projects was shown in Sega's Super Game trailer that was shown at the TGAs, but we did get some screenshots of what this Jet Set Radio is supposed to be, and it looks exactly like the one that was shown in that trailer, so I'm assuming that was the remake of the old Jet Set Radio, not the free-to-play one, unless they're both just like in the same engine and the other,
which is entirely possible.
Yeah, which is probably likely, right? Is that they're just gonna look super similar and it's just in the same engine, and the free-to-play thing is just kind of like a spin-off of the remake that they're making here.
Yeah, that Super Game trailer that they had where they showed like 6 games or whatever, that's just a weird trailer.
Yeah.
I've never been huge into Jet Set Radio, but that was technically like that dual disc with Sega GT Racing 2002. That was like technically my first like game that I had on my Xbox, because it was a pack-in, and it was that dual disc thing. So I played a little bit of that one. It just wasn't a game for me, really. Like maybe at least I wasn't for me back then. I have not really gone back and tried to play them. They're pretty hard to play now, but I might check it out if it comes out. Hopefully, this is the remake of that one.
Yeah,
I don't want a free-to-play game.
Yeah, I don't know why they think that's a good idea, but I don't know.
They want to get into the live service stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if Jet Set Radio is necessarily the IP for that, but I don't know. Yeah, this game, these games always look very cool to me. Something I definitely want to try out. I did play that Bomber Cyberpunk game last year, and I enjoyed that enough to the point where I'd want to see what its predecessors were. The Jet Set Radio games. Obviously, Bomber Cyberpunk came from those, and there's a lot of the developers on those that made that game. So yeah, I would like to see it. I'd be curious enough to definitely check out the remake.
Yeah, me too.
Next up, then, Game Pass is coming to Fire TV, the Amazon thingy. What are they doing here?
I think you have to be an Ultimate member.
Let me see. Today, we're announcing a collaboration with Amazon where Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members in over 25 countries can play games directly from the Xbox app on select Fire TV devices via cloud gaming. Okay, there you go. So this is kind of the streaming thing. Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, this is what Xbox's whole plan has been, right? It's just let's try to get Game Pass on everything. Eventually they're gonna get it on smart TVs and all that, I'd imagine. So. Good call. Makes sense. Yeah. Then our last news story, Concord has gotten some previews. Daniel, did you play Concord secretly?
What if I said I did?
Yeah, wow, you were invited out. It really would. You got like a video and all that. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, actually.
There you go here, Connor. How's it looking? I mean,
seen some
this just
footage.
happened, so I don't know if it's are people liking it or
It seems mostly positive from
mostly
the
positive.
stuff I could tell.
Okay.
They talked about kind of the gameplay, how it feels. Feels a little Destiny-like. It doesn't look nearly as good as Destiny, but obviously I don't have my hands on the
There
controller.
are a ton of former Bungie employees that are on this
Yeah.
team. That's I know Cog from Defining Duke was talking about he knows a shit ton of people from Bungie that are now working on this game.
Yeah.
So that's good,
I
right?
Yeah, I hope it feels good. It doesn't look, like I said, it doesn't look as good as Destiny in terms of its gameplay, but I have to get my hands on the controller. I don't like the UI of how it looks. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's that great. It looks pretty generic. I don't really know how these heroes play, obviously, like, there's a lot there that I need to feel. I need to feel what the powers feel like, what the movement feels like, all that kind of stuff. 5v5 is interesting. Like, they're kind of going with Overwatch 2 and kind of Overwatch 2 and like Counter-Strike and all that, and like how many players that are there. It seems like they're not having like actual like class setups. So like they're not having tank, healer, and damage dealer and that kind of thing. They're just doing the characters. And there's like a loose class system based within the characters, but you're not like restricted, which I like a lot. That kind of allows you to kind of do a little team composition of however you want it. Yeah, I don't know. Looks fine.
Okay.
I don't think anything I saw blew me away. I think it looks just capable. I guess the stuff that you can buy is just going to be cosmetic. All the microtransactions and all that, which is good. It's good to hear. I hope with $40 you still get a good amount of it. Especially being a paid game and not like a free to play game. I'd hope that they give you stuff, but I guess it's yet to be determined.
Okay, cool. Well, there's beta in July for those that are interested. Game comes out in August, so we will see. We will see how this game ends up doing. I couldn't care less personally.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even playing Overwatch. I don't think this game's going to be as good as Overwatch.
Sure. Okay, cool. That will do it for the news of the week. We will now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, I know you said you weren't playing much, but have you been playing anything?
I finally beat Mario though, 3D World.
Okay. It's like which one?
All of them.
Yeah, I beat Mario. It's like, wow, that's quite a feat.
I beat him in the streets.
Yeah, wow. Just some guy dressed up as Mario in Times Square.
Yeah. So I beat 3D World. Great game, love it. I don't know if I'm gonna play Bowser's Fury. I know that's not that long. I just don't know.
You should play Bowser's Fury.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I end up getting to it.
Literally, you could beat it in like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can get up to like 3 hours if you wanted to, but yeah.
Okay. I picked up Link's Awakening.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I told you. I think was that last week.
Yeah.
After we talked about it, that I want to. Now I got to beat this before I even play. Echoes of Wisdom, right? That's the name of it.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah. So I got the first instrument. I think there's like 8 of them.
Okay.
7 or 8 instruments. I forget how many there was.
I can't remember. I took a picture on my Switch every time you got a new one. So I could count them, but yeah.
Why'd you take a picture?
Because it just looks cool when he holds them up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when he gets an item,
like that.
He's
hold
it.
Okay. Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, I got the first instrument, and I am in the next dungeon. I think to get the next instrument, I went to the swamp. I'm like past the swamp.
Sure.
I got the chain chomp guy.
You get to know that map so well by the end of it.
Yeah. There are some like weird things of like trying to maneuver because you don't have all the items yet. I really just got the jump.
Yeah.
I can tell I'm gonna get like some gloves that could pick up rocks to like move around or something to break them. I'm not sure what the item is, but there's definitely rocks in the way of stuff.
This was like the last game I played before I met you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd have been right around that time.
Yeah, right around there. Yeah, I think I was playing like that and like Fallen Order at the same time.
What about Control? Right around there.
Control was like August, a little bit before that. Yeah. It's crazy. That was 5 years ago already. Jesus.
It's time, man. But I am really enjoying it. It's such a charming game. I have like one complaint, and I'm probably just going to end up getting used to it. It's that blur effect that is on there, and the
Yeah.
fact you can't turn it off, I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a cool effect. Maybe if you're playing it on like a TV or something, maybe it works better. I've been playing it on handheld,
Yeah.
so it just takes up a lot of the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that.
And I wish I could turn it off. But that's like Japanese games and like features like that. They just don't really think about that.
You'll do it our way, god damn it.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's pretty much all I've been playing.
Okay, cool. What have I been playing? I've been playing a lot. I keep like I was saying in the beginning of the show. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm playing Elden Ring. I am playing Shadow of the Erdtree. They got me.
The DLC?
They got me. Yeah, I'm playing that DLC. It's my friend at work is a crazy Souls guy, and he's constantly playing a Souls game, constantly. Like I think he plays a lot of other like multiplayer games on his PC and shit too, but he's constantly playing one of the Souls games. Like he's played them all, he's beaten them all multiple times, multiple builds. So this kid will tell me about it nonstop. And so he was talking about Shadow of the Erdtree, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go play Shadow of the Erdtree. This kid's gonna tell me fucking everything about it anyways, so whatever. Yeah. I might as well just play it at this point. And yeah, so I'm playing it. I'm enjoying my time quite a bit with it. How many bosses? I've beaten like 4 of the main bosses now. I think there's 10 in all.
Okay.
I saw a list of them, so I've beaten 4 of them.
Without spoilers, can you tell me like what the last one you did?
Yeah, the last one I did was what was his name was like Putter Knight, something like that. Something.
Putter Knight?
Putter. I think I'm missing a word or two in there. I don't know, man. They got all these crazy names in these fucking games. And that it was really cool getting to that boss because you had to like, I guess slight spoilers. You had to like jump down this cliff to get to him. And you can land and you'll live, right? And it's like you have to do that to do that. And it was like such a weird scenery. There's like all these animals bowing down to like the spot where you got to jump off. It looks so weird. It took so long to get to. You had to like go through this whole cave system and jump down a waterfall and all this fucking shit to get there. And like it was just one of those bosses where I like literally had no idea where I'm going, and I end up finding him. And then yeah, you jump down a cliff to get to him. Tough boss, very tough boss, but I ended up beating him. Thank God for Mimic Tier. I'm using the shit out of Mimic Tier. Thank God.
What weapon are you using?
So I have no. I am just rocking with all the shit I had. I'm just trusting Connor from 2 years ago. I'm just like, okay.
Do you trust him?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't, but Connor from 2 years ago likes to save on top of mountains, or some weird spots. So I don't know. It's maybe I shouldn't trust that guy so much. I'm using like the blood katana. I guess that's what I ended up with towards the end of that game. I can't remember. It's something with a U is what it was called. I can't remember exactly.
Oh, the Yuchi.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Because I have like plus 25.
It's not even a legendary one. Yeah, that's a regular weapon.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, if it's plus 25 as the max, you can tell that's like a regular base weapon.
Yeah.
The other ones go to plus 10, the legendary one.
So I have like the L2 hit with that one, and that like where it like takes up some of your health, but it's like a really powerful hit anytime you can get that. So yeah, it takes forever to just like charge up, so you got to do it like really at the right timing with that one. So that's pretty much what I'm using. From what I've heard from other people, there's not necessarily like a better weapon that you can find in the DLC. There's not like an ultimate weapon. Yeah, I know there's like new types and stuff, and maybe I'll experiment with some of those. But like, yeah, so I'm kind of just sticking with what I had.
There was like a great katana that looked cool. It was like a curved, like big katana thing. It looked cool.
Maybe I'll look into that. Maybe I'll look into that a little bit.
Did you see this? Did you see the Star Killer like weapon that you holds like that?
Double things? No,
it was like 2 regular swords like that you get as one, but he like holds them like Star Killer.
That's fucking cool. That's cool. There's a new like leveling system then in this DLC, so you have to go around and collect. I forget what they're called. They're like called pieces of the Erdtree or something like that. And that is actually that actually does not matter at all what level you are going into it, or maybe a little bit. Maybe it makes like minor differences. But really, it's like you're all at the same level playing field. Everyone is at the same level playing field going into the DLC. It doesn't. If you're level like 700 or whatever the fuck, it's not really gonna help you in the DLC. You have to go around and collect these things, and I kind of like that system. It's it
They're
definitely
trying to avoid the 700 level people.
Yeah, just being able to run through it. I get the mindset, it's because now you have to explore, right? It's like you can't. There is no just like grinding. Like I remember that fucking bird that I killed a million fucking times. Yeah, just the fucking grind up levels, right? It's like there is none of that.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah,
the death bird's a different thing.
There is none of that. You just have to go explore. So it's like if you feel under leveled for a boss, okay, go explore. And I kind of like that. That kind of it encourages you to explore, but at the same time, it can kind of encourage players to just run past enemies and stuff, just to find that the pieces of the Erd tree. So there's a little give and take there with that leveling system, but I do like it for the DLC sake, right? Looks absolutely beautiful, man. I mean, FromSoft just
art direction.
Art direction, landscapes, all that shit, they just knock that out of the park. Atmosphere, it's just man, there's
second to none.
Dude, there's like this blue neon field with like flowers that were glowing, and it was like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in a game, honestly, with like the castle in the background and shit, and just like there's like yellow beams coming from the sky, and it just like I was like, holy shit, just look at this, it looks incredible. And the way this map is now layered is just insane. It is so big. Like they were fucking lying about it being the size of the opening spot. Yeah. It's much more comparable to that second spot, the where like the fucking Hogwarts lake school is. Yeah, whatever that's called. Yeah, it's much more comparable to that because that was way more like layered and there's a lot of like cave systems there and stuff like that and shit to find. But I feel like from my memory, the first area was a bit more just like an open field, and you can kind of see everything. It's much more comparable to the second area, I would say for sure. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying my time with it, and it's fun to be back. It's fun getting back in that mindset of just like I feel like I'm always like playing these games longer than I typically would, because like typically if I'm like playing like Red Dead, I die, right? I'm just like, oh well, I'm gonna take a little break then, where it's like you gotta get in the mindset when you're playing these Souls games of like, no, you die, but you gotta keep pushing forward. You gotta just go again, immediately.
You plan on going through the whole thing?
Yeah, why not? I'm having a good enough time with it, and it's fun to be back.
Talking about.
Yeah, it's fun to be back. I have no idea what's going on in like the story, but
interesting.
I'll watch a video after or whatever.
Yeah, wait for the Vati video. Video.
Wait for that. Yeah. I don't know. You went to like fucking the one guy's area to get into the DLC, and you touch his hand, and then you got teleported to this area. It's cool. I saw this like thing where you can lay the map of the DLC over the proper map in the proper game, and it like fits perfectly in that middle spot. Yeah, so it's like I wonder. I don't know what they're doing there. I'm sure there's like story reasons why it does that, but yeah, having a good time this way.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it, but I'm definitely waiting for like all the lore to come out about it, because I love the lore for Elden Ring, so I'm very curious.
Yeah, some cool shit, man. Cool boss designs and all that. So yeah, I'm definitely having a good time with it.
When do you fight that Mesmer guy, the snake guy?
Yeah, I have not gotten to him yet. I'm in like some giant castle right now, and it's very cool. It's very cool. Then what else am I playing? I'm playing more Persona, of course. I'm playing Red Dead. I'm popping in UFC now and then. So I'm all over the place.
You're always popping in UFC.
Yeah, I kind of am. I feel like I'm more into it now than I was even when it came out, but that just tends to happen. I
mean, we got to be close to a 6, right?
No, I mean, the last one came out in October.
Really? It feels so much longer. All right,
I know the 5 just came out, so yeah, we're nowhere near it. 5,
I thought that game just came out.
Yeah, no, 5 just started, so yeah, we're nowhere near 6.
Yeah, probably 2026.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm having a good time with all of that. Gonna keep pushing here. Getting very annoyed that I'm playing multiple games at once. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So
you chose Red Dead though.
I did. I chose that. I chose Persona. I mean, I chose all these things. I didn't have to play the Elden Ring DLC either.
But it's Elden Ring. I mean,
yeah, that guy. I mean, I'm not regretting playing any of these things, but I don't like playing more than one game at once. So
something's gonna fall between the cracks.
Probably. I don't know though, because like I thought it would be Persona, but I am still keeping up with Persona. There are certain days I come home from work and I'm just like, I could play some Persona right now, and I'll put in like.
You're getting there. I would say stick with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hopeful I'll beat all of them, because really I'm not. There isn't a game I plan on playing until Outlaws, and that's still 2 months away at this point. So.
true. Yeah, you have plenty of time.
Yeah, so I got tons of time to get through all these.
We got those other 2 games that me and you thought about playing.
What games? With the
Mario
Nintendo
RPG
games.
and Paper Mario.
I do want to get through Thousand Year Door before the big fall rush starts. I do definitely want to get to that. Just because that's a newer game.
Yeah.
And, I still gotta try to fill out my list for new games I've beaten this year, but we'll see. I mean, there's so many games in the fall. It's just I'm worried about then getting to the fall and then I don't beat everything, right? Like you start,
then you're just
you start Metaphor in October. It's like, okay, well, you're not playing another game for at least a month, you know, like at least. So it's like, that's gonna be. And then Avowed. I mean, I know they said it's shorter, but that's still like 30 hours. Then you got indie and stuff like that. So yeah, gonna be tough. But we will push on. We will push on. I will have a good time with all that. That then, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 229, not 8.
Oh, you almost said it.
Almost said it. I caught myself right at the end. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdgods. And you can also find us available on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you want to say?
How about let's just not be pedophiles? We didn't talk about the stuff.
I'm not talking about that.
How about we just be good people?
I don't. It's not game news, you know. I don't know. It's like I don't fucking weirdo.
Just be good people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never been into Dr. Disrespect. I've never been in any Twitch streamer, to be fair, but I've never liked that guy's whole.
I like somebody playing a heel, but like. Be a good person.
Yeah, I don't get it with the wig and the sunglasses and shit. I'm like, I don't know. What's
He's playing an 80s character, basically.
All right, whatever. He's a pedophile, so whatever.
Oh my god.
Fucking pedos out there. Drake and Dr. Disrespect. Who's next? We'll see y'all next week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.